Okay, this is going to be the tutorial on how to combine two of your images in Photoshop um, using the mask layers. And this is going to help to add more to your advertisement photos. Alright, so very first thing you want to do is you want to click the two images that you want to use. So I'm going to use this picture of a woman drinking a Coke bottle. Alright, I'm going to have these Coke bottles somewhere in the background of the picture. Alright, so I'm going to use those two pictures. The very first picture you want to upload is the woman in the scene, because that's going to be the whole picture. So you just want to click and drag this onto Photoshop, and your photo should load up. Once you do that, okay, so my photo's loaded up. Now the second image that you're going to click and drag is going to be the second image that you want to use. Just you want to click and drag this directly onto the Photoshop. And when you do that, it's going to create a new layer with the image, and you're going to be able to move that image around and resize that image. Alright, so I'm actually going to resize it right here, and I'm going to make it fairly large. Well, not that big, but I want to make sure it fits on the screen somewhere. So this idea that I'm going, this is a very generic advertisement. I have the this lovely young woman, she's drinking the soda and she looks like she's enjoying it, and now you get a close-up of what that product is. Make sure to double click to get rid of that box. Now the one thing we do have to do though is we have to combine these two different images together. So in order for us to do that, we do have to erase the white in this picture. Alright, and the way we're going to be doing that is using the masker. So you're going to click on the layers and then layer mask and reveal all, and if you look at your layers window, now the layers of the Coke bottles has created a white box, and in that white box you're going to I'm going to show you two different ways you can do this. You can either okay, you're going to zoom in, so Control plus zoom in, and with the paintbrush, you have to get a smaller paintbrush. Okay, you can color out the background. Make sure the opacity is 100, and wherever you color black, it's going to erase that background. This is very similar to how we did the color effects, except this time you're going to be erasing and bringing back your background. So the black, if you have pure black, it's going to make your background disappear, and if you change it to white, it's going to bring that background, it's going to bring back the picture. Alright, so you can erase it with the you can actually go on this layer and erase it with the eraser, but the one benefit of using the layer masks to erase out your backgrounds is if you make mistakes, as more likely you're going to make mistakes, especially when erasing this close. You can always fix it with the changing it to white. Alright, so you're going to erase the background now. There is actually an easier way of doing this. Well, I found a quicker way of doing this. Is if you use the polygon lasso tool and you set the feather to 2 and you hit enter, and instead of this way you won't need to trace the image. Make sure the black is on the back panel of those swatches, and you're going to basically just click and create shapes of areas you want to erase, and you'll want to go all the way around and just click all around and hit delete. When you hit delete, that's going to erase your background. So I feel like this is an easier way of erasing those areas, but it's up to you how you want to do it. If you're more comfortable with the paintbrush, or if you're more comfortable just clicking these areas. You know, it's up to you. Alright, but you're just gonna erase those, the entire background. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this real quickly, but you know, you want to take your time, make sure it looks authentic when you're erasing it. So I'm going back pretty far, but you actually want to zoom in a little closer. See what you want to erase. And you zoom out. And you can hit delete. And when you want to get rid of those lines, you do Command D to get rid of that. Okay, so you want to erase that background. And you know, that's how you gotta combine your two images using the layer masks. I mean, basically the layer masks help you to erase the background of your picture. That's gonna allow you to combine your two pictures together. So now I have this Coke bottle used for my advertisement. At the end, I'm just gonna do this real quick. Okay, but you want to zoom in closer though. And it's okay to go, you know, directly on the edge because we set the feather to 2 on the top. And double click. Since we set the feather to 2 on the top, it's gonna blur out those edges because we set the 2. If you leave it on 0, it's gonna make a real sharp edge on your picture. Like if I zoom in real close on these areas, like they're a little fuzzy, and you know you want to create that fuzzy effect to make it look like it's part of that picture. Alright, I'm just gonna do this real quickly. But yeah, I'm just making areas where I'm just erasing it. It's not that difficult. I mean, the steps to doing this, you know, it takes a while to get used to, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. So delete and Command D to get rid of those lines. And you know, now I have my Coca-Cola bottles, you know, wherever I want to move them. And then you can add your text. And then you can add your text to it. Always. Well, I gotta make this bigger font. Always. Oops. Always. Coca-Cola. Okay, you can move this around. And you double click on the T, and you can edit the font. You gotta do like a cursive to go with the ID of Coca-Cola. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Maybe I'll do like a red. So maybe I'll go to Windows. Oh, I can't change my workspace, but you can change this to a red. You know, keep it simple like this.